Some faces
fade from the neighborhood,
but their spirits never leave
the block.
the block. Yeah, yeah. Walking past the brick wall at the corner store, looking at the names of those who ain't here no more. Faces painted bright, but the colors start to peel, reminding us that every single struggle here is real. I remember summertime, water from the fire pump, before the innocence was taken by the city slum. Mama said, keep your faith, don't let the devil win. Preachers said the strongest souls are born from deepest sin. Those Sunday morning lessons kept my sneakers on the ground, even when the sirens were the only familiar sound. Every teardrop on the pavement left a stain. Every loss we suffered taught us how to beat the pain. Some voices whisper,
some voices cry.
still speak to me today.
Every painted smile reminds me
there's always a brighter way.
Faded murals on the boulevard
still lighting up my soul.
Every brother that we lost
helped to make the story whole.
Friday nights hanging out, shadows on the street, nodding our heads to a heavy boombox beat, writing down our pain in the crumpled up page, trying to find an exit from this concrete cage. The old neighborhood was rough, but it made us who we are, finding little pieces of heaven, looking at the stars. Soulful melodies drifting from a windowsill, keeping all our shattered hearts calm and still. Nobody had a dollar, but we had our pride, walking with our heads up, nothing left to hide. Elders on the benches playing dominoes, dropping heavy jewels only the ghetto knows, teaching us that respect is the only currency in the world that's trying to blind you from reality. Hold your ground, guard your mind,
leave the ignorance behind. Faded murals on the boulevard
still echo through the years,
turning silent suffering
into louder cheers.
Faded murals on the boulevard still lighting up my soul. Every brother that we lost
helped to make the story whole. Keep the memories alive,
never let them fade.
in the concrete we survive,
Through the beds we made,
don't surrender to the grief,
every storm runs out of rain.
bringing us a sweet relief. Life ain't measured by the wealth,
It's measured by the love you give.
without thinking of yourself.
Keep breathing on. Oh.
Keep breathing on. Yeah. Now another young kid stares up at the wall, wondering if he's destined to rise or to fall. Maybe someday he will understand the art, that the truest masterpiece is a resilient heart. The paint is chipping off, but the legacy remains, flowing like the blood inside our very veins. Keep dreaming,
Keep the peace,
let the love inside you
just increase. Faded murals on the boulevard forever stay alive, helping shatter communities learn once more to thrive. Faded murals on the boulevard never wash away, because love keeps holding on
to the ghost of
yesterday. Some faces
are gone from the streets,
but they still live forever in the art.
some names
You are now tuned in to the underground. No corporate sponsors, no fake chains. Just the raw truth. Turn your speakers up.
Yeah, listen to me. They try to silence us, but we still here.
Feel me?
disconnect the matrix, taking hip-hop back to the raw and the basics. They selling out arenas with the ghost written rhyme, while the real lyricists are doing heavy time in the dungeon, cooking up a masterpiece of thought. This culture is a battle that the pioneers fought. I'm sending out a frequency to wake up the block, a revolutionary rhythm inside the boombox. No diamond rings glaring, just a vision that is staring through the lies of a system that is totally uncaring. We the architects building with the syllables and verbs, the undeniable voice of the concrete verbs. Every rhyme is a brick, every verse is a wall, protecting the sanctuary from a tragic fall. They try to buy a soul with a shiny little check, but I got an old soul and a culture to protect. So keep your mainstream deals and your Hollywood dreams. I'm flowing like a river through the underground streams. This is strictly for the heads nodding on the subway train, using hip-hop music just to medicate the pain. Listen, the mainstream is a window display. It's temporary, but the underground, that's the foundation. Can you hear me? So tell the label executives in the suits and ties, we see right through the corporate disguise. I'd rather be a broke legend spitting on the street than a millionaire puppet on a fabricated beat. The pirate radio is live, taking over the air. Underground hip-hop, yeah, we everywhere. Wake up the masses, we breaking the lock, the undisputed heartbeat of the city block. Broadcasting live from the basement, where the truth is the only statement. We don't need the fame, we don't play the game. Real hip-hop forever remains. Real broadcasting live from the basement, where the truth is the only statement. You are listening to the truth. You are listening to the truth. Yeah. Turn the monitors up a little bit. I got them right here. $5 a tape, independent hustle. Dubbing the cassettes in the middle of the night, knowing that the hustle gonna bring a better life. I refuse to be a slave to a corporate machine. I'm the CEO, the artist, and the whole damn scene. Selling out the trunk in the grocery parking lot, taking everything I have, giving everything I got. They try to blackball us, keep us off the radio waves, but we moving unit after unit, breaking out the caves. A hand-drawn cover and a freshly pressed tape. This is how the underground plans an escape.
Out the trunk of the car, we reaching for the star. Independent hustle gonna take us real far. Finding our peace in the hiss and the scratch, building a legacy that they can never match. Out the trunk of the car, we reaching for the star, showing the whole world exactly who we are.
Yeah. I shake 100 hands, looking brothers in the eye, building up a network that the money cannot buy. Every single dollar is a testament to the grind, leaving all the fake industry promises behind. We the architects of our own destiny and fate, opening the doors when they try to lock the gates. So put the tape in the deck, let the heavy bass hit. This is unadulterated, independent, underground grit. They wanna own my masters, want a piece of my soul, but I'm holding on to the steering wheel, taking control.
Out the trunk of the car, reaching for the star. Independent hustle gonna take us real far. Finding our peace in the hiss and the scratch, building a legacy that they can never match. Out the trunk of the car, reaching for the star, showing the whole world exactly who we are.
10 years later, still owning every track. Never took in advance, never had to pay it back. The majors come knocking with a suitcase of cash. I tell them, keep walking, throw they contract in the trash, because freedom is a currency that paper can't afford. I'm swinging independent like a samurai sword. throw it from the trunk to the world, maintaining the respect. This is how a real hustler protects his own neck. So pass the tape down to the next generation. Underground hip-hop is an independent nation.
At the trunk of the car, reaching for the star. Independent hustle gonna take us real far. Finding our peace in the hiss and the scratch. Building a legacy that they can never match. At the trunk of the car, reaching for the star. Showing the whole world exactly who we are.
Keep it moving. Next city, next block. They thought the pressure would break us. They were wrong. Let's go!
Against the world with my back to the wall. We rise and build an empire out of every fall. Every obstacle we face puts us in a higher place. Against the world with my back to the wall.
Yeah, we stand up tall and never gonna crawl.
Every chain they try to lock shatters on the solid rock.
Yeah, I woke up with a fire burning deep inside my chest. Ain't settling for less, I demand the very best. They tried to build a cage, tried to tell me how to live, but I got too much heart and a lot more to give. I'm walking through the flames, I ain't worried about the burn. Every single failure is another way to learn. The enemies are watching, waiting for a slip, but I'm steady at the wheel, captain of the ship. The survival of the fittest in the city of the cold. You either fold up or you turn the mud to gold. I'm speaking for the underdogs, grinding in the street, working every single hour just to make the ends meet. They laugh when you at the bottom, hate when you on top, but once this engine starts, it's never gonna stop. I keep my circle small, only loyalty allowed, cause fake energy will bring a shadow to the crowd. So tie your laces tight, put your armor on your back. We moving strictly forward on a one-way track.
Against the world with my back to the wall. We rise and build an empire out of every fall. Every obstacle we face puts us in a higher place. Against the world with my back to the wall. We stand up tall and never gonna crawl. Every chain they try to lock shatters on the solid rock.
Never let them see you break.
Everything is what you make.
Take the pain and make it power.
This is our finest hour. Yeah, finest hour. Through the fire, we survive.
I've seen 3 generations make the exact same mistakes. My job ain't to judge them, it's to teach them. Sit down. Young blood, listen. 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 Pass the torch, light the dog.
Yeah, sitting on the milk crate observing the block, watching the young hustlers running from the cop. They got the sagging pants and the aggressive attitude, thinking that the universe is owing them gratitude. I look at them and see the reflection of my youth before the harsh reality delivered me the truth. They think they reinvented how the dirty game is played. They don't know the cemetery where the founders laid. I pull a youngin' to the side, look them in the face, tell them there ain't no finish line inside the devil's race. The fast money comes with a devastating tax. The system is designed to put you flat upon your backs. I show them all my scars, bullet wounds and the burns, teaching them the lessons before the cylinder turns. I'm the designated prophet of the concrete floor, giving out the keys to unlock the heavy door. Pass the torch, pass the torch, light the spark, guiding the youngins through the dark. Pass the torch, light the spark, guiding the youngins through the dark. Got it, the God in the youngins, through the dark. I tell them that true gangster is walking away, living so your mother doesn't have to sit and pray. A real man provides without risking his own life. He builds a sanctuary for his children and his wife. I'm dropping heavy gems on the pavement of the street, hoping that my wisdom makes this survival complete. You survive the environment by outsmarting the trap, not by putting extra hollow points inside the strap. The graveyard is filled with the toughest in the town. The quiet intellects are the ones who hold the crown. I pass the torch down with a heavy calloused hand, hoping that the future generation understand I am the bridge connecting the past to the new, wiping off the lenses so they get a clearer view. A stoic philosopher with nothing left to prove, just showing the soldiers the proper way to move.
You wanna be a rebel? You wanna be dangerous? Read a book by property
that terrifies the system more than any gun.
Read a book.
Pass the torch, light the spark, guiding the youngins through the dark. Pass the torch, light the spark, guiding the youngins through the dark. Guiding the youngins through the dark. Take the knowledge and make it out of here.
They ask how we conquered the city. It's simple. You handle the boardroom, I handle the pavement, yin and yang. The shield and the pen, the perfectly balanced machine. The most formidable alliance that the city ever seen. Drop it heavy. Drop it heavy. I am the heavy brass knuckle, the muscle inside the street, ensuring the opposition suffers the ultimate defeat. I walk through the deeply terrifying, dangerous block so you can securely pick the corporate financial lock. When the rival syndicates try to heavily interfere, I instantly manifest the deeply historical fear. I keep the deeply parasitic vultures completely away so you can beautifully orchestrate the monumental play. I don't wear the custom suits, I wear the heavy fatigue, operating exclusively in the underground league. My hands are heavily calloused from the physical war. I am the deeply impenetrable, heavily bolted door. You never have to heavily, deeply worry about your back, cause I'm heavily anticipating the sudden attack. I take the physical damage, absorbing the brutal blows, while you perfectly calculating how the revenue flows. Watch the back, build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Watch the back, build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. I am the intellectual architect drafting the plan, evolving from a heavily corner hustler to a businessman. I sit in the heavily decorated, isolated room, writing the deeply unadulterated financial doom of the heavily corrupt executives
trying to steal our art. I'm deeply heavily tearing illegal contracts apart. I multiply the heavily accumulated massive wealth, protecting our deeply historical generational health. I deeply recognize I couldn't beautifully successfully build if you didn't fiercely protect the heavily dangerous field. You taking the heavily physical, deeply historical risk, so I can heavily press the magnificent platinum disc. We are the heavily intertwined, undeniably identical coin, the most incredibly beautifully executed strategic join. The street and the boardroom heavily merging into one. We heavily shining brighter than the deeply magnificent sun. I heavily clear the path in the terrifying dark. I heavily draft the blueprint and leave the holy mark. I deeply heavily eradicate the physical threat. I deeply heavily calculate the monumental net. Nobody heavily disrespects the deeply historical crew, providing a heavily unadulterated beautiful view. The yin and the yang heavily conquering the town. We deeply heavily wearing the crown. Watch the back build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Watch the back build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Watch the back build the front. Watch surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Find your role, play your part, win together. The shield, the hand of the peace.
"10 years I've been waiting for this moment. Turn around. You betrayed the family.
We used to be inseparable, walking the identical road, until you betrayed me and abandoned the sacred code. I trusted you heavily, treated you like my absolute blood, and you dragged my magnificent reputation through the mud. When the feds heavily hit the deeply terrifying block, you suddenly vanished without a deeply historical clock, leaving me to heavily, deeply navigate the heavy storm, while you heavily took a completely different form. I spent the heavily, deeply, incredibly dark decade in rage, trapped inside a deeply psychological heavy cage, plotting the deeply magnificent, unadulterated revenge, wearing the deeply heavily historically avenged, the deeply perceived betrayal that you beautifully orchestrated, leaving my deeply magnificent family heavily devastated. I got the heavily loaded weapon pointing right at your chest, ready to heavily put the heavy demons to rest. Give me one deeply magnificent reason I shouldn't shoot and pull the incredibly heavily, deeply treacherous route. Drop the pride, stand side by side, washing away the tears that we cried. Drop the pride, stand side by side, washing away the tears that we cried.
You think I ran? You think I abandoned you?
Put the gun down
And listen to the truth.
The feds had a deeply magnificent, ironclad, heavy case. They had your heavily, deeply unadulterated, clear face on the deeply magnificent, heavily hidden camera lens, ready to deeply, heavily put you in the federal pens. Your daughter was heavily, deeply, incredibly recently born. I couldn't let her heavily, deeply, historically mourn the heavily, deeply devastating loss of a young father. So I heavily, deeply, incredibly took the bother. I went to the prosecutor, taking the magnificent blame, protecting your deeply historical, unadulterated name. I did the heavily, deeply terrifying 8 years in the dark, leaving the deeply, heavily, incredibly permanent mark. I never told you cause I wanted you to deeply live free, escaping the incredibly, heavily devastating tragedy. I took the heavily, deeply, incredibly massive, heavy fall, so you can heavily, deeply, beautifully stand tall. You heavily, deeply took the federal indictment for me, sacrificing your deeply magnificent, heavy liberty. I spent the incredibly, deeply, heavily decade in pure hate, while you was heavily, securing my family's fate. I would do it heavily, deeply, incredibly, absolutely again. You are the most magnificent, deeply, incredible of men. The brotherhood heavily transcends the deeply superficial pride. historically side by side.
I'm so sorry, brother. I didn't know.
It's over now, come here, man.
Hold the line. Keep it. Never fold. Watch the story get on roll. Hold the line. Keep it. Never fold. Watch the story get on roll.
Keep it cold. Keep it cold. Keep it cold. Yeah. Listen up. Listen up. Stepping through the shadows where the pavement cracks. Carrying the weight of the city on my back. Hoodie pulled down to cover up the eyes. I can see the truth hiding right behind the lies. Grew up in the dirt where the loyalties fade. Every single move is a calculated trade. I don't run with the loud, they the first to fall. I just watch the entire game leaning on the wall. Got the pocket full of lessons from the older heads. Navigating safely where the average angel treads. When the pressure starts to rise, I don't break a sweat. Every time I play the hand, I secure the bet. If they try to cross the boundary, I hold my ground. I'm a ghost in the system, never make a sound. Keep it tight. Hold the line, never fold. Watch the story get on roll. Never fold. Watch the story get on roll. Silent move, don't slip. Silent move. Mine is sharp, but the block is so cold. Watch. Silent move, don't slip. Silent move. Don't say a word, let the secret stay untold. Yeah. Riding through the avenue, looking at the street. Feeling all the rhythm in the heavy boom bap beat. Lost a couple brothers to the system in the cell. Now I'm just a survivor, walking through the hell. I built the thick armor from the disrespect. Every single move I make is highly correct. They want the fast money, I want the respect. I'm the architect building what you project. If a deal goes south, I don't lose my cool. I just rewrite the law, I don't play the fool. When the dawn breaks and the shadows hide, I'm the sole survivor with the quiet pride. Left hand on the wheel, right hand on the grind, leaving all the fake love and the snakes behind. Keep it tight. Hold the line, never fold. Watch the story get on roll. Never fold. Watch the story get on roll. Silent moves, don't slip. Silent moves. Mind is sharp, but the block is so cold. Silent moves, don't slip. Silent moves. Don't say a word, let the secret stay untold. I seen no fake love, I seen the snake bite. I keep my vision clear in the darkest night. No begging for favors, no bending the knee. Just the raw truth of the reality. Hold the line. Keep it going, keep it going. Silent moves, don't slip. Silent moves. Mind is sharp, but the block is so cold. Silent moves, don't slip. Silent moves. Don't say a word, let the secret stay untold. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line.
Yeah. Keep the tape spinning. Keep the tape spinning.
Keep it alive.
No spotlight. No spotlight.
We still survive.
Keep the tape spinning.
Keep it alive.
Old school in the blood, underground in the mind.
Never die. Never die. Never die.
Never die.
Yeah.
Rewind that.
We learn rhythm from the pipes in the basement room. One microphone on one speaker, barely making room. No label at the door, no manager calling, just brothers writing verses while the ceiling kept falling. Every scratch on the record had a story to tell. Every rhyme was a ladder from the bottom of hell. We traded sleep for the music, kept the volume down low, so the neighbors never knew how far the dreams could go. You held the cable steady when the signal went weak. I gave you half my verse when you had nothing to speak. No followers or numbers, only trust in the sound. We built the whole world underneath the cold ground. They can copy the fashion, but they cannot disguise the truth in the old tape. Never fades, never dies. Keep the tape alive. Old school in our hearts, let the real sound survive. Let it roll, let it roll. Let the real sound survive. Pass it down, don't stop, pass it down. Every brother left a story in the underground. Spin, 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 pass it down, don't stop, pass it down. Even when we're gone, let the tape keep spinning round. Yeah. Now the clubs look different and the streets got clean, but I still hear the drums from the old machine. Some brothers found money, some disappeared, some still rap the truth that the industry feared. We never chased the trend just to fit in the frame. We would rather stay unknown than abandon the name. When your voice started shaking, we completed the song, because brotherhood means helping when the road feels long. Every argument ended when the beat came through. One nod from the crew when the whole room knew. No matter where life took us, no matter the cost, we protected the culture and remembered the loss. Now a younger generation puts the needle down slow, when the spirit of the basement starts to breathe once more. Old school in our hearts, let the real sound survive. Let it roll, let it roll. Let the real sound survive. Hey. Pass it down, don't stop, pass it down. Every brother left a story in the underground. Pass it down, don't stop, pass it down. Even when we're gone, let the tape keep spinning round. Old school is not clothing or a chain made of gold. It is truth in your words and the promises you hold. It is standing with your brother when the story goes untold. It is keeping every lesson that the basement ever showed. Pass it down, don't stop. Every brother left a story in the underground. Pass it down, don't stop. Pass it down, even when we're gone, let the tape keep spinning round.
Keep it spinning, keep it spinning, keep it spinning. Keep it spinning, keep it spinning.
We think we hustle for our families, but the ones we claim to protect
are the ones who pay the heaviest price.
Wipe the tears, hide the shame. The money can't wash away the heavy blame. Wipe the tears, hide the shame. The money can't wash away the heavy blame. Bought the house, but we lost the home. Bought the house, but we lost the home. Yeah. Lost the home, yeah. I pull up to the block in the brand new tinted ride, thinking about the tears that my mother tried to hide. I bought her the designer, the diamonds and the gold, but I see the heavy stress making her look incredibly old. She's sitting on the porch, staring blankly at the street, waiting for the sirens or the heavy combat boots to meet. She knows exactly where the money comes from in the dark. She knows the bloody history hidden deep inside the park. I handed her a stack, she just looked at me and cried, saying she would rather have a little boy right by her side. The luxury is hollow, the jewelry is a curse. When you riding in the Maybach, that feels just like a hearse. She praying on her knees every single Friday night, begging for the Lord to guide me back into the light. I built an empire, but the foundation is cracked, carrying the generational trauma on my back. Wipe the tears, hide the shame. The money can't wash away the heavy blame. Wipe the tears, hide the shame. The money can't wash away the heavy blame. Bought the house, but we lost the home. Bought the house, bought the house, but we lost the home. Yeah, lost the home, yeah. I promised I would quit quit when I made the first meal, but the greed is a disease, a bitter and a toxic pill. I'm trapped inside the cycle, addicted to the rush, living in a world where the conversation's always hush. I see the disappointment written deeply in the face, wishing she could take me far away from this geographical place. We glorify the shooters, put the killers on the throne, while the mothers left behind are weeping in the dark alone. I look at the reflection in the mirror on the wall, seeing nothing but a demon waiting for the final fall. I traded in my soul for a pocket full of paper. Now I'm choking on the heavy and the toxic urban vapor. If I could turn the clock back, I choose a different route. I graduate to college where the academics do, but the ink is already dry on the devil's contract page, leaving me to rot inside a golden heavy cage.
All the chains in the world can't fix a broken heart. Are they still here to listen? All the chains.
Wipe the tears, hide the shame. The money can't wash away the heavy blame. Wipe the tears, hide the shame. The money can't wash away the heavy blame. Bought the house, but we lost the home. Bought the house, bought the house, but we lost the home. Yeah, lost the home.
Sorry, Mom, I lost my way. I'm trying to find the road back.
This is for the survivors in the trenches.
Yeah.
Listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up. Listen up, listen up, listen up.
Yeah, I walk across the concrete, stepping over cracks, dodging all the metaphorical invisible attacks. The city is a jungle, the predators awake, calculating every single movement that I make. You see the yellow tape, you see the flashing red and blue, a terrifying picture that the local news drew. But I don't let the paranoia paralyze the mind. I leave the weak mentality 1,000 miles behind. I keep the circle small, only riding with the real, who understand the gravity of how the streets feel. We started from the bottom, nothing but a pair of kicks, learning how to navigate the governmental tricks. I got a PhD in survival of the fittest, remaining as the absolute and undeniably grittiest. You boasting about your body count, acting like a fool, while I'm dropping knowledge like a teacher in a school. Navigate the maze, survive the phase, stepping right out of the ignorant days. Navigate the maze, survive the phase, stepping right out of the ignorant days.
Stepping right out of the ignorant days.
Navigate the maze, survive the phase, stepping right out of the ignorant days. The trap is a design, a sociological cage to keep the young brothers in the permanent rage. They sell the ammunition, then they build a local jail, ensuring that the neighborhood is destined just to fail. But I refuse the narrative, I rewrite the entire script. I'm making sure my intellectual arsenal's equipped. We buying up the property, investing in the youth, providing them the unadulterated raw truth. A gangster ain't defined by the size of the gun, he's defined by the fact he protects his own son. We turning the abandoned lots to community parks, igniting the revolutionary intellectual sparks. I'm speaking from experience, the scars upon my soul have given me the ultimate and absolute control. I weathered every storm, stood tall through the drought, and finally figured what this entire life is about.
Listen up,
I'm playing Planting down the seeds in the middle of the dirt, providing a solution for the generational hurt. The legacy is built, it can never be erased. A permanent fixture in the geographical space. I stand as a pillar for the ones who feeling weak, the voice for the brothers who were too afraid to speak. I'm holding up the weight of the neighborhood alone, a king sitting quietly upon a concrete throne. I write the final chapter with a steady, heavy hand, the undisputed veteran of this forgotten land. I beat the statistics, transcended the extreme, and woke up to reality from the American dream. Don't let the navigate the maze. Navigate the maze. Right out of the ignorant days.
There comes a time when you have to put the sword down. Surviving the war was step one. Now, it's time to actually live.
I packed the duffel bag, toss it in the trunk, leaving behind the alleys and the city junk. I look deaf in the eye too many times to count, watching the paranoia and the anxiety mount. I seen the bravest soldiers put inside the dirt. I'm walking away before I get a permanent shirt. No grand announcements, no shaking of their hands, just the quiet disappearance to the distant lands. I leave the crown on the table, let them fight for the throne. I'm stepping out the matrix, entering the unknown. They say once you win, you can never get out, but I'm the living proof, shattering the doubt. I put the car in drive, rolling down the glass, watching all the landmarks of my history pass. It's a bittersweet feeling, but my spirit is light, escaping from the darkness straight into the bright. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. The bag, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. The highway stretching out, nothing but the open road, lifting off the heavy psychological load. My phone is turned off, disconnected from the grid, leaving behind the man and rescuing the kid. I traded the hollow points for the peace of mind. The violence and the chaos is 50 miles behind. I'm headed for the coast where the ocean is blue, to figure out a life that is beautiful and new. It takes a bigger man to walk away from the fight, to surrender the ego and step into the light. I survived the golden era, navigated the trap. Now I'm completely wiping off the geographical map. Let the young bloods battle for a corner of hell. I'm breaking out the psychological invisible cell. The sunrise hitting on the dashboard of the ride. A solitary man with a quiet sense of pride.
The hardest thing for a soldier to do is learn how to be a civilian. I'm finally breathing. Turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Next chapter. I'm out. Next chapter. I'm out. They keep us fighting over the crumbs on the floor, so we never look up to see who's eating the whole pie. The real enemy wears a tie. They keep us fighting over the We loading the heavily modified, dangerous clips. The deeply embedded hatred resting heavy on the lips.
Red and the blue colors dividing the deeply broken block, worshiping the deeply destructive, heavily loaded Glock. We fighting the brothers who looking exactly like us, throwing the entire community perfectly under the bus. The drive-by shootings tearing the heavily fragile peace, providing the overtime for the heavily armed police. We claim that we heavily protecting the neighborhood turf, but we heavily acting like a deeply uneducated serf. The territorial pride is a heavily blinding disease, bringing the deeply powerful warriors right to their knees. We deeply distracted by the heavily localized petty beef, operating blindly under a heavily manipulated belief.
Follow the money, the bullets stop at the corner, but the profits go downtown.
Fighting a war that we cannot see, blindfolds on the heavily broken community. The puppet master pulling heavily on the green strings, while the deeply devastated neighborhood sadly sings. Yeah. The strings. Look at the heavily fortified banks in the corporate suites. They deeply profiting from the heavily violent streets. They heavily redline the deeply impoverished broken zone, ensuring the deeply historical property is never owned. They build the privately funded heavily massive prisons, creating the incredibly deep in the systematic divisions. We are the inventory, heavily processing stocked, ensuring the heavily deeply systemic doors remain locked. The real gangsters are heavily sitting in the parliament, passing the heavily destructive, deeply legal document. Once you realize the heavily orchestrated complex scheme, you heavily deeply wake up from the deeply violent dream. We gotta heavily unify the divided tribes, rejecting the heavily deeply embedded political bribes. Turn the heavily intellectual weapon to the sky, refusing to let the deeply historical legacy die. Fighting a war that we cannot see, blindfolds on the heavily broken community. The puppet master pulling heavily on the green strings, while the deeply devastated neighborhood sadly sings. See the strings. Strings.
Stop fighting your mirror image. Look up, see who's pulling the strings. Unity is our only weapon.
They caught me lacking, bro, but I'm still breathing. Hand me the steel, I'm going back out there. I'm laying on the mattress, bandages upon the chest, planning the retaliation, unable to get some rest. The deeply hollow bullets, the deeply hollow bullets heavily shattered the fragile bone, but they couldn't deeply dethrone me from the underground throne. I know exactly the vehicle, know the faces inside. They tried to heavily assassinate my historical pride. As soon as the doctor heavily deeply discharges me out, I'm clearing the heavily deeply disrespectful heavy doubt. I'm pulling up to their corner, heavily armed to the teeth, extracting the heavily deeply hidden sword from the sheath. They thought I was a casualty, heavily sent to the grave, but I'm the most incredibly terrifying wave. I'm asking you heavily, brother, go and retrieve the stash. We spending the incredibly heavily accumulated cash on the deeply destructive artillery, preparing for war. We kicking heavily down the unadulterated enemy door. I'm coughing up the blood deeply heavily, fighting the pain, but the heavily deeply magnificent vengeance is in the brain. Stop the bleed, plant the seed, giving the brothers exactly what they need. Stop the bleed, plant the seed, giving the brothers exactly what they need. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. You can barely breathe. Vengeance ain't gonna heal those bullet holes. listen to me.
You lucky to be alive, breathing the hospital air. You thinking about vengeance, acting like you do not care. I sat in the deeply terrifying waiting room all night, watching our deeply devastated mother crying in fright. If you retaliate, you heavily, deeply killing the son, and another incredibly devastating cycle begun. The graveyard is overpopulated with the foolish pride, with the brothers who heavily, aggressively tried to heavily validate a deeply superficial street name, drowning inside the heavily devastating violent game. I'm throwing the heavily, deeply accumulated weapons away. We moving out of the city at the heavily break of the day. I bought a deeply magnificent property out on the coast, eradicating the heavily, deeply terrifying dark ghost. Your deeply magnificent life is worth infinitely more than the heavily devastating, incredibly ignorant war.
But if I heavily, deeply let it profoundly go, the deeply, heavily opposition will incredibly, heavily grow. They gonna think we heavily, deeply, incredibly, deeply weak, losing the incredibly, heavily magnificent urban peak.
The true strength is heavily, deeply, incredibly walking away and showing you heavily, deeply life to see another day. We heavily, deeply won by incredibly staying alive. Watching the heavily, deeply magnificent family thrive.
I don't wanna die in these streets, bro. You won't. We're leaving tomorrow. Just rest.
Hippie hollow, yeah, hippie hollow, yeah, hippie hollow bullets.
Three in the morning, your name on the screen. You almost let it ring out, because strong men are taught to keep trouble unseen. Yeah, I saw you call at midnight, but I waited till the dawn. Thought whatever you were facing, you could probably carry on. You were always the strong one when the whole crew lost direction. Never asked us for assistance, never showed us your depression. You made jokes inside the studio, kept the energy alive, but the laughter had grown thinner every time that you arrived. I mistook your quiet distance for a man who needed space. Never noticed all the tiredness sitting heavy on your face. Old school taught us loyalty, but pride distorted what it meant. We would fight 100 strangers, never ask where sorrow went. Had the code to guard a brother from the danger in the street, but no language for the battle that was happening underneath. Call your brother, don't assume that he is strong. Silence sounds like independence till the night becomes too long. Call your brother, let him know he has a place. Sometimes saving one another starts with hearing someone brave. I drove across the city with the rain against the glass. Found you sitting in the kitchen with the lights off in the flat. No dramatic explanation, no confession for the room. Just a brother looking smaller underneath the weight of gloom. I didn't tell you man up, didn't tell you you'll be fine. I just placed another coffee by your shaking hand in mine. We sat listening to old tapes from the basement years before, back when hunger was the enemy and hope was something more. You said everybody needs me, so I never showed the cracks. I said brother, we don't love you for the weight upon your back. You were family before music, before money, before names. You don't have to earn your place here by pretending there's no pain. That night we made a promise every brother had to learn. When a voice becomes unusually quiet, it is everybody's turn. Brotherhood is not only standing beside a man in the fight. Sometimes it is sitting beside him when he has no strength left to fight. Now the crew checks in on Sundays, every brother gets a call, not to discuss the latest record or who performed best of all. We ask, how were you really? Then we wait beyond, I'm good. Because pain can hide in language when it knows that people would judge the fear behind the anger, judge the tears behind the pride. So we built another rule beside the codes we live beside. Never mock a brother's weakness, never weaponize his trust, never leave him in the darkness just because he looks robust. We still carry heavy speakers, still defend the culture's name, still believe in dusty records and the truth inside the frame. But the strongest thing we created wasn't music for the crowd. It was room for every brother to admit he wasn't proud. Call your brother before silence takes control. Real loyalty protects the mind as deeply as the soul. Call your brother, stay beside him through the strain. Old school means we share the weight, not only share the stain. No brother walks alone. Let the whole circle understand. Sometimes courage is a phone call. Sometimes strength is reaching hands. 3 in the morning, your name on the screen. This time, I answer on the first ring. This is it. The last run. Once I hand this bag over, I'm out of the game forever. Keep your eyes on the road. Goodbye. Yeah. The final destination is a warehouse on the east, delivering the meal to a never-ending beast. Got $1 million in the trunk, neatly packed inside the bags, navigating through the city with the territorial flag. Sweat is dripping down, gripping on the steering wheel, trying to suppress the paranoia that I feel. I've been in this game for 20 devastating years, drowning in the ocean made of blood and bitter tears. I lost a lot of brothers, watched them fade into the black. I'm executing the plan and I ain't never looking back. I pull up to the spot, flash the headlights twice, paying off the ultimate and heavy sacrifice. The heavy metal door slowly opening wide. I take a deep breath and I roll the car inside. The boss looking at me with a suspicious type of glare. I hand him the bag, put it right up on the chair. It's all there. Every penny I'm done. Don't ever call me again. I step out the building, the rain finally stops. No more looking over my shoulder for the cops. The weight of the world is lifted entirely off my back. I'm stepping completely off the designated track. The sunrise is breaking right across the city skyline. I'm finally stepping over the invisible dividing line. No more carrying a weapon everywhere I go. No more moving weight in the middle of the snow. I traded the empire for a quiet peace of mind, leaving all the violence and the ignorance behind. I'm driving down the highway, pushing 85 for the very first time. I feel completely alive. I beat the statistics, I shattered the glass ceiling, embracing the beautiful and solitary feeling. I'm heading for the coast, leaving the concrete jungle, where the kings in the palms persistently fumble. I bought back my soul from the devil at the cross. I am the ultimate and undisputed boss. The chapter is closed, the book is thrown in the fire. I have elevated completely higher. They said nobody retires from the streets. I just rewrote the rules. Roll the window down. Smell that ocean breeze. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Goodbye. 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 It ain't a coincidence that the liquor stores outnumber the grocery stores. It's a design. Welcome to the maze. the walls, see the trap. Break the walls, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the walls, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah. Beat the odds. Look at the architecture of the neighborhood design. Everything is calculated, heavily aligned. Liquor on every corner, pawn shops in between. Feeding the addiction of the metropolitan machine. The schools are underfunded, the textbooks falling apart. Crushing the ambition right directly from the start. They push us in the corner, throw a weapon in the cage. Watch us annihilate each other in a blind rage. Then they turn the cameras on and call us animals and thugs. Blaming the community for the violence and the drugs. It's a multi-billion-dollar penitentiary complex. Treating human beings like they just another flex. I see the invisible bars, I see the grand scheme. Waking up the brothers from the fabricated dream. We fighting the war against an enemy unseen. Operating quietly behind the digital screen. Break the wall, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the wall, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah. Beat the odds. They gentrify the block, push the original people out. Replacing the culture with the avocado sprout. Raising up the rent until the families gotta move. Erasing the historical and the generational groove. It's an economic cleansing, subtle and polite. Happening right in front of the blinded city light. But I refuse to be a victim, refuse to be erased. I'm standing my ground in this geographical space. I'm organizing dollars, buying back the property. Breaking the invisible chains of the modern slavery. We gotta pull the resources, build our own economy. Reclaiming the heavily disputed autonomy. If they don't give us a seat at the table, we build our own. Carving a new empire straight out of the stone. The odds are stacked heavy, the mountain is steep. But the resilience of my people is incredibly deep. You can't beat the maze. You can't beat. You can't beat the maze. You can't beat the maze. Break the walls. Break the walls. Break the walls. See the trap. Break the walls. Break the walls. Break the walls. See the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the wall, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah. Beat the odds. 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 See the trap for what it is, and walk right out of it.
Let it pour. Watch the chrome. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour. Watch the chrome. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Make it home, make it home, make it home. Breathe, yeah, calm down. Let it pour. Sitting in the driver's seat, watching the wiper blaze, thinking about the choices and the sacrifices made. City looks peaceful when it's soaked in the rain. Washes all the blood and it numbs all the pain. Neon signs reflecting in the puddles on the street. I'm finding my sanctuary right inside the beat. Ain't nowhere to be, ain't nobody to see. Just a moment of silence for a sinner like me. The hustle never stops, but tonight I take a pause. Tired of the violence and the breaking of the laws. Let the water cleanse the dirt off the chrome. Long way to go, but I'm finally heading home. I don't hold grudges, I let the anger release. The ultimate luxury is in the peace. Keep the window cracked, smell the ozone in the air. Whispering the quiet and the solitary prayer. Let it fall, oh, watch the chrome. Let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the
the bomb. Ride, ride, keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. My soul is exhausted from the constant paranoia, trusting nobody, not the judge or the lawyer. Everybody wearing masks, playing different roles, selling out their brothers just to reach their goals. But tonight the rain makes everybody equal. No heroes, no villains, ain't no sequel. Just humans trying not to drown in the flood, trying to keep the water from mixing with the blood. I turn the radio dial, find a classic groove, let the bass line tell me how I need to move. Sometimes the greatest strength is sitting still, looking out the window, looking at the hill. When the city goes to sleep and the sirens wail, I'm the one who writes the ending to the untold tale. No medals for the change, no parades in the town, just a man pulling himself up from the ground. Listen to the drops, it's the city crying for everything we lost. Wash it clean, wash it clean, wash it clean. Start over tomorrow. Let it fall, oh, wash the chrome. Let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Yeah. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking for the ball. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. I seen the era change, I seen the culture shift, but the boom bap beat is my ultimate gift. No living in the past, but I honor the roots. Still walking the path in my Timberland boots. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking